got nothing more to say to you. If you shoot me, my team's...
How about goodbye? You're working too hard.
If true, you told Admiral Hackett to abandon the Destiny Ascension, sacrificing...
I've had enough of your disingenuous assertions.
God, I want to punch an old woman in the face!
Greetings, one and all. Had you last one in there.
Oh man, not a moment to breathe this morning. Holy hell!
Holy shit! Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Zero Hour here on Mornings of Mischief. You know who the hell I am. You know who this guy is. I'm Stone Loki, and this is Zeropium. And together we form the powers of anti-woke. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Unlimited power! Oh, good morning, my brother Loki. Good morning, Chad. Welcome to another fantastic Monday morning. We're giddy now. All of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. Oh my god! Oh, Jesus!
Oh shit!
Yeah, and now we got nothing.
And thank you, Brandon, for those 2 shout-out videos, my friend. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Brandon, check him out. He's over at Brandon's Looney Tunes Fan 2000. He talks about Looney Tunes, and he watches Looney Tunes videos. So, oh, yeah, the neighbors called. So the neighbors called the other day, and the neighbors called the office, and the office was like, excuse me, but we have gotten reports that you're very loud. I said, the moratorium on sound ends at 8 a.m., correct? And they said, yes. And I said, okay, well, here is when I am the loudest each day. And I said this happens once a day. It happens at 8 a.m. sharp, as you can see on the videos. I go live at 8 a.m. sharp every morning. So they can suck a dick.
Suck the big one. Well, you see, Mr. Loki, if you look here at the fine print, it says that blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Pretty much. So,
oh, well.
Yeah.
It's not like you're sitting there just yelling at the top of your lungs all day, every day. I mean, geez.
No, I do not do shout out videos, Brandon. I do them live. So I will shout out people live. I shout out people live and like what I just did. So that's pretty much how we do it. Get a read on the air light and hang it above your door. Oh yeah, on the air light. Yep.
I think Loki needs like a big radio tower.
I have
with
one of those.
Yeah, like something you can
Not a
put
big
on
radio tower. Well, I do have a big radio tower, but we're not talking about that this morning.
The dirtiness is in the air. No, I mean you should get like a big tower with a big, giant, pulsating light you can put on your roof. Just be careful if like airplanes are trying to land around it. But that way, the whole neighborhood would know. Oh, Loki's going live. Ooh, maybe we should tune in and see what all the fuss is about.
Zero, I mean, we could get Loki and Eris into competitive yodeling.
Did you ever, was that something you did?
No.
Yodeling.
We can fire Valiant and have them suck a bag of gummy dicks. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh
now we're talking. Ooh, the creative juices are flowing this morning. I can sense it.
So we'll send them a bag of gummy dicks as a response to.
Yeah, don't do like oh my God, Antonio Bryant and start throwing them at your ex-girlfriend when the cops show up.
So, what do we got to talk about this morning? Well, actually, we got something really interesting to talk about. If you guys pay taxes, you're going to love this. So, California has come up with a tax incentive for Hollywood productions that use ethnic, racial, and gender diversity goals. I will say that again. This is a tax incentive. So up to $150 million, I believe, if a Hollywood production company sets ethnic, racial, and gender diversity goals and follows through with them. So there will be follow-ups to this. The bill is called SB 485, and it passed. It revised the state's film tax credit to introduce new credit. Diversity work plan that includes goals that are broadly reflective of California's population. Now your taxes are paying for woke films. Not that this wasn't happening before because of the coup, but
yeah. All right. So obviously I'm not a United States citizen. California
I completely expect Trudeau to be turning the page here in just a moment and go, oh my God, isn't that brilliant? Those Americans are just brilliant with their tax reform. So guess what? Vancouver, we're coming to you, Vancouver, and we're going to do this here, right? We're going to bring this into your homes. Everyone, we're gonna bring this into your, and next will be maple syrup, eh? We're going to do it with the maple syrup. You can't make the Canadian maple syrup unless you're diverse and included.
I like how he went like Yankee to full Scott to like a whole bunch of shit. Now, you know what's funny, ladies and gentlemen? Loki does not live in Canada. I don't know if you've ever even visited Canada before, but man,
long time ago,
the impression there was uncanny. Because I always like to say, Mr. Trudeau, you know, he's 4 foot nothing, but he will gladly do the bend over and take it to any higher up that wants to give it to him the hard way.
I think the Californians are right, eh? The Americans
Oh my
got it
God.
right. We have to bend over and grab the ankles and let them just go to town. Let them finish. It'll be okay. And afterwards, you'll feel better about being used.
Yeah, I do like where this is going. So I think what this is all about is I'm gonna come out of my igloo here, eh? And I'm gonna drop my trow, and then y'all can boldly go where no man has gone before, at least
Oh,
not well
many.
sober.
Many men. Mexican Iron Man, what's up? Mikey says Canada has
Woo!
already implemented more aggressive tax credit for DEI than anywhere in the US. As for California, the bastardized tax credit only applies to soundstage creation and not production. No shit, soundstage. That's not the way they put it, is it?
I mean, geez,
That's crazy.
I'm starting to think Mexican Iron Man would be better off doing Mondays because he's so much more well informed than I am. He knows more about my own country's tax purposes than I do. But I think if you live in Canada, you do your taxes once and then you kind of just forget about it. I mean, it's not as like diversified as it is in the US, because I know it's a crazy time of year for everybody. Up here too, it is, but not as much as you guys, because we don't deal with the IRS, we don't deal with anything like that. If we owe, no biggie. But man, yeah, Mim has a lot of opinions, and I'm sure he can share some with y'all throughout the week.
So apparently there's going to be commissions here. There's going to be commissions to handle this, and they will not be allowed to certify the tax credit until the commission receives the applicant's final diversity report, which means you have to continue to report how diverse you are and how diverse and how woke you're being. You have to constantly report this so that you can get the thumbs up and get the tax credits. To increase the applicant's credit percentage, the commission determines if the applicant has met or made a good faith effort to meet the diversity goals in its work plan.
So are they handing out participation trophies while they're at it? Because in addition to getting report cards, if they got to keep, answering to the higher ups here, I mean, that just sounds total whack, to use a total, non-professional term. That's whack, yo.
Behalf the commissions and the commissars to be on them. Yeah.
See, Snorty's got it right. Living life as a bear, you don't have to worry about anything like that.
A boot.
A
You
boot.
said a boot.
A boot. I
Boot.
did. Up here in Canada, duh land, eh? Yeah, that's what it's all about.
June Wong, speaking of Mem, happy birthday, Mexican Iron Kid. Absolutely.
Happy birthday to you.
We give Mike absolutely too much crap.
I don't. I tease him about Alf once or twice. That's about it.
Mike, Latinos are 43% of California populace, and Black folks are 6.5%. So I better see a bunch of beaners, not many. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Just saying hashtag hire team beaner.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Latinos are 43% of California's population.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so question, like how many Latinos in your community, Mim, are going to be standing up for this little tax purpose they got going on here?
Actually, you can snow dub 12% Native American. That's a lot, believe it or not. That's a lot per day.
Yeah.
You could, like, if your people own a casino, guess what? You're due.
Casino good, government
You're
bad.
due some money. You're due some inclusion in that, especially with 12%. I'm like 8, and I could have got all kinds of shit I didn't know about. I could have got free college and all sorts of extra shit.
Damn. I feel like you missed out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I'm not really anything. I've got a few mixes.
I'm not going to go back and bitch about it.
No. I want to go back to school for free. Oh my God, I'm entitled.
We kicked out Lori Lightfoot, but we're getting another one. Yeah. I mean, that's the way it works. That's the way it works. You catch one of them doing some shady shit and you get rid of them. Another one comes in doing the exact same shady shit, and it takes another 4 years to figure out what they're doing and catch them.
Yeah.
So
just in time for more federal elections. That's one hell of a cycle.
We Latinos don't generally give a shit about government handouts, but a good working lawmaker or leaf blower is gold.
Damn. I see. Oh my God.
Mhm.
So their idealistic professionalism is hacking shit up and blowing hard. Am I right?
Yes.
All right.
Kind of like Trudeau.
Yeah. He
I
is.
didn't put Justin on the. I didn't the Mega Maid.
Oh my God. Yeah, because he goes from suck to blow at least 3 times a day. I mean, I think the funniest thing, because any Canadian will tell you this, the funniest thing he would ever do, which has happened countless times, is he will be the #1 flag bearer saying, "Go out there, everyone, and get your shots to help stop the spread of the coof. You don't want to get the coof." The guy's had the fucking coof like 15 times since the damn thing came out. I mean, holy shit. He's probably the #1 Canadian who's had it more than anybody else.
Yeah. Do you ever hear us refer to Adega as American indie book writer, author? No, it's just, the mad doctor.
The
Adega
mad
Outlaw.
doctor. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, federal trade commissions are on the up and up with all this inclusiveness, are they?
Oh yeah. They voted it in. They're all good. They're working on it. They're finding a way to say no, you don't get any money. So 150 million in film tax credit for productions that are filmed at or renovated sound stages. They must be instituting ethnic, racial, and gender diversity goals and developing a plan to achieve those diversity goals. Productions are eligible to receive an additional 4% tax credit if they meet or make a good faith effort to meet their diversity goals. And they are working on how they are going to penalize people. I said penal this morning. If they don't do what they tell them to do.
So basically, now are these independent studios, or are these going into like major motion picture production?
Anyone on a sound stage that's recently been created or renovated.
So any newly renovated or recently erected, I said erected studio or sound stage is going to have to follow through with these self-written essay report cards that they're going to have to hand in.
Oh yeah. And GLAAD apparently has been jumping into this. I don't know if you know what GLAAD is.
The garbage bag people?
No. The garbage bag people, ladies and gentlemen. GLAAD is the Gay Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation. They've also been supporting a certain person we will be speaking of here in just a moment. But they've come out and said they expect every executive in the industry to join them. GLAAD's going to give you the playbook on how to milk that tax money.
Wow. Jeez, God. Do you think they're going to get commissions off of all this when it's all said and done?
Oh, I'm sure.
If they're going to be the standard bearer of the modus operandi they got going on there. God damn. We'll show you how to write the essays, then everybody can do it. And then we get 5% of every correct essay that's ever written.
This is gold, Shellback. Absolute gold. Adega's Indian name is Writes a Book.
Ha, 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 ha.
Oh, and thank you. Mexican Ironman says, I'm reporting accurately on this news. And the funny thing is that what few Republicans in California went with the Democrats and this thing passed unanimously. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They just want money. And they want the ability to spend money on what they want, Mexican Airmen. As long as they can spend money and get money for themselves and get kickbacks for all of this and God knows what, I'm sure they're happy to vote for it. Money, money, money. Bring in more money.
Everybody's got a price. Well,
everybody knows when the dice are loaded. Everybody knows when Loki's on.
Barry White, ladies and gentlemen. Big Kentucky Fried Chicken eating motherfuckers still alive.
Everybody knows.
Damn.
Anyway, how is this not racial discrimination? It is. They just can't see it. See, that's the problem. They just can't see it. They're so far up their own ass, they can't see daylight and they can't see what they're doing.
No, it's not racial discrimination if they're working within the own parameters that they have set themselves. It's all about inclusiveness. So if you are, being discriminatory to forces outside of those you would like to include, well, then the people left on the outside looking in have no reason to bitch and complain about it, because if they do, they will be labeled as, everything that's wrong with people today, such as me, Loki, everybody else who just kind of just doesn't bend the knee that easily or at all.
Glad consultants will be paid nicely, I'm sure. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Just like the sensitivity readers that read over scripts and books and old books like we've been talking about recently. I'm sure they will be paid handsomely. This is the new, if you're woke, we're going to find a way to pay you, at least while you're woke and you haven't been canceled yet. We're going to come up with special jobs. That way everybody can get to the goal together. Remember,
going to invent special jobs.
Yes.
So they're going to create jobs out of thin air based on their ideology, just to squeeze everybody in that they can. Yeah, that sounds totally legit.
But it's their way of thinking. It's how they do this.
Yes.
Okay, look, video games, getting into gaming was I'm not going to say it was a small club. I'm just going to say that it was harder to get into gaming than you think it was. It wasn't just for everybody. You couldn't be some gamer's sister who grew up watching him play Super Mario Brothers and the bitch got into gaming. Now, you don't even got to do anything. That's why there's so many people bitching, moaning, and crying because, oh my God, it's too difficult. It's too hardsy. The developers, they're means because they didn't make a super easy journalist mode because you're not a fucking gamer. Get the hell out of here with that. If you're not a gamer, why the hell are you looking at? Because it's a way to becoming a political correspondent. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I believe Mexican Iron Man has something for you.
With Mexican Iron Man, with $4.99 super chat, Loki, I pledge to do my part to save and support Cracker Nation. I shall start by focusing my efforts on the blondes. You mean the blonde? You mean the blonde MILFs? The blonde married MILFs?
Yeah, the ones with the nice, easy access, breakable windows.
Mm-hmm.
We get it. And believe me, folks, when Mexican Iron Man is done with the blondes, they are black and blonde.
That's right. Just like a Snowdub with redheads. Speaking of Snowdub, we have a clip from The Long Puppet. That is The Long Puppet. That's one of Jolly's first films. Here we go. Score and tuck and roll.
Have a great trip. Here I
go. From The Long Puppet, ladies and gentlemen.
I know they were puppets, but I still got a little excited there. Jesus, this is a little off topic, but I wanted to run this past you because this will apply to everybody within our age group here.
Thank you, Mikey, for the $5 super chat.
Yes, Mim, I will spare yourself from the Alf outrage for the next 2 weeks. Start your clock right now. I wanted to run this past you because I still can't believe this is a thing nowadays. It's a little bit off topic, but several days ago, I overheard somebody. He was a somewhat of an elderly person, not old, but getting up there, kind of close to retirement.
Okay.
And he was making this argument that he doesn't go near computers because he hates them. And then he proceeded to explain why. And apparently it's because it was from all the 35-year-olds playing video games. And then he proceeded to say, and I quote, "Grow the fuck up. Get yourself a hobby. Play guitar. Do something like that. Blah, blah, blah." These were his words. And I was too far away. I was too, obsessed with what I had going on. But I was just thinking, man, you know what? I'm a little bit over 35. I do both. Suck it, bitch.
No, I absolutely agree.
I mean, I thought it was pretty common knowledge what your average age group of your average gamer is nowadays. But man, are the generational gaps just getting so distant and divisive like that where
I will get to that in just a minute, but first we're going to send one to Snowed Up for that $2 super chat. He says, well, now you have to play Mikey's clip for me. Abso-freaking-lutely. This one's just for you, Mike. Happy birthday to the Mexican Iron Kid. For Snowed Up, go and tuck and roll.
You're a very funny man, senor.
Thank you.
Woo.
Mexican Iron Man.
For the record, I said I wouldn't tease Mexican Iron Man with Alf. That was all Loki's doing. # blame Loki. I had nothing to do with that.
Magitech Mag said Seropium. I get it all the time. As someone who is 34, all these generational wars are getting tiresome.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even just games, it's like literature and films and anything else out there that can just, because even when I was a child, you saw the gaps. And when you get older, you see the gaps. But I think as we get older, we get a little more weathered, a little more wiser. And the gaps, depending on who's around, they're so more prominent now than I even think it would have been maybe 50 or 60 years ago. Because, man, it seems like everybody that grows up just kind of comes around eventually and everyone kind of gets on the same page. Like, oh, what's wrong with the youth today? But, man, is it just me or is shit getting really friggin' crazy out there? Holy crap.
Oh, that's the way it's been going for the last couple of years. I remember when the older generation didn't want anything to do with Atari, or they didn't even put up with it. It was like, nope, you're shutting that shit off. I'll rip it out of the wall and I'll hide it, and you'll never have it again if you don't turn it off and stop playing right now. They didn't take any shit. That was that older generation. They just rip it out of the wall and be like, nope, it's gone. And that's it. You'd never see that son of a bitch again. It'd be out in the yard sale in front of somebody's house getting sold. Here's my kid's Atari. Sell it and give me the money for it. Here's all his games. They did not give a shit. Today, it's a totally different animal. Why? We grew up playing games.
Yeah. I mean, if it were my children, it would be like, okay, no Nintendo, no Xbox for you till your homework's done. Get out there, mow the lawn, wash the car, do what you're supposed to do, right? And then when it's all said and done, when your homework is done, and I believe you're on par with where you're supposed to be, maybe then you can play your games after dinner. But back then, yeah, you're right. It'd be like, no, rip it out of the wall. Away it goes, gone. Or just straight up throw it in the trash. I mean, obviously we got to be a little more reasonable now, but I'd still like to think, like, I'm not a parent, obviously, but I would like to think we know sensibility when we see it, and we know when it comes time to put boots to asses.
And Bill Barkley, yes, it comes up as words, but I can see the emojis on my right screen. So I know what everybody's doing. Everybody send those. Keep sending the Mikey and Alf and Banta emojis to Mexican Iron Man. He loves them.
You heard it there.
He loves the attention he gets when you guys send it to him. So send him more. Lots of the Iron Man emoji, the Alp emoji, and the Fanta emoji all together. He loves those. He loves to see a sea of Alf, Fanta, and Mexican Iron Man together. He does.
Oh
he absolutely does.
He's going to see so many Alfs. He's going to think he died and woke up on Planet Melmac. Don't ask me how I know that, but God. I'm sorry, Mim. Again, I plead innocence on this. I had nothing to do with it. Hashtag blame Loki.
We need to get a Lucky in a sandwich emoji just for Mike.
A BLT, bacon, Lucky, and tomato.
Yeah. Bacon, Lucky, and tomato sandwich. Yeah. Loki's Ropium. It's called moderation. Learning how to balance your life out. Being one extreme or another isn't healthy.
Yeah.
It's true.
I agree.
It's absolutely true. So
yeah, because
Sunday, you know what? Here's the deal. So Sunday is my day. I didn't do anything yesterday. I played Destiny 2 all day.
You still play games? Grow the fuck up.
I know. I played Destiny 2 all day yesterday. So,
well, that's good.
Some stuff I did with Eris, some stuff I did solo, but I did laundry and I played Destiny 2 all day.
See that right there. You did laundry. You took care of things that needed to get.
Well, that's getting up and switching out the laundry real quick. That takes all of 2 seconds.
Still, some people, if you got lazy children or the ones that, procrastinate to no end, that's 2 seconds away from, whatever the fun stuff they want to be doing. At least you got up and did it. No one's expecting you to throw all your laundry in the sink with the old school washboards and hand wash that shit out. At least you use the machines for what the machines are designed and intended to do.
Here's another one. Mockany Draws with the $10 super chat. However, I take back what I said a while ago about the backlash to the rising focus on ESG scores, as it seems they're doubling and tripling down. Of course they are. That's what these people do. They never stop doubling and tripling down. In fact, that is a perfect segue into our next topic. Thank you so very much. Mockany Draws for that $10 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one is just for you, brother. We're going to send out some toxic femininity this morning. Go! We watched that Saturday. I think we watched that Saturday. We watched both of them.
You had to watch alone.
You have to, And Eris is like, I know this part. I'm like, yeah. Crom. But when he talks to Crom towards the end of the movie, when they're coming to kill him in the graveyard, and he's like, I do not pray to you. I have no tongue for it. One only few stood against many. If you grant me one thing, grant me revenge. And if not, then to hell with you. And she was just like, that's boss. That's so freaking boss right there.
Yeah. As much weird shit as there is in that movie, I know it's total high fantasy. So you're going to expect to see some really high fantasy type things. The weirdest thing in that movie to me to this day is still when Arnold's banging the witch by the fireplace. I don't know if it was
Zamora.
I don't know. I don't know if it was the combination of her just going, doing her full turn while she's doing it, or Arnold's horrible fake orgasm faces that he was making. And then he just throws a bitch in the fire anyway. Whatever.
He's actually thinking about that I know they never tell you that. He's actually thinking about that at the end of the movie. We'll get to that in just a minute. Cardinal Sin, the 1-year membership, he's been a member for 20 months, and he's a warrior of Midgard, says, what does Peter Whalen have to think about all this? We'll get to Peter. We'll get to Peter and Paul in just a minute. We've also got a message from Ironcaster, who's been a member for 5 months and is a warrior of Asgard. He says parts of Hollywood are getting the message. The D&D movie emasculated men, but not for woke reasons.
God, were you reading up on
I'm not
that?
Going to see it. I'm not going to see it anyway. I'm not going to see it. So when Arnold's sitting there at the end after he takes False Doom's head, he's sitting there and he's thinking, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to go out into the world and do? My whole point of being has been to get revenge for my father and my mother and my people because they took my father's sword. Well, I've got what's left of my father's sword, and I've taken revenge on the people that, killed mine and killed my family. What am I going to go out in the world and do? And that's when he thinks about what the witch says. One day you will be king by your own hand. And he's like, all right, I'm going to go be king by my own hand. And
that was right.
The witch was right.
Damn, I shouldn't have killed her. I could have used her again to read my fortune after one last final porking by the fireplace. I can't do an Arnold accent. I'm sorry. But anyway.
She was a succubus.
She was, yeah. He said suck.
Didn't I read somewhere that Arnie is doing some TV series, not Conan? I can't remember what it is. It's definitely not True Lies, because that show sucks. Yeah, and you know what? Just to reiterate something, I've got to say here, I'm just, you know what? Hashtag Loki was right. I'm gonna rebel in this a minute before we move on to Jussie, our good friend Jussie that we haven't talked about in forever. So for everyone complaining about the television show The Last of Us, Loki said something, I believe, when it first came out. I said, no matter how good you might think it is, all roads lead to Abby. And you know what I've seen over the past couple of weeks? I've seen people pissed off that it has gone in the direction that it has gone, and made 2 episodes now completely about these people no one gives a fuck about, no one cares about, all because they wanted to be diversive and inclusive. So just gonna say I told you so and move on.
Yeah, maybe throwing that out there. Do you think, because I know it's another zombified television show, do you see it going as long as The Walking Dead?
No. Whatever saving grace it had in the beginning, yeah, Abby someone is out there waiting, making sure that he banged her, burned her, then took her advice. Classic. Yes.
Maybe she should have stuck around, but she fell behind. She was her own baggage.
His own package.
She fell behind. She was on her own.
The famous French actor. Yeah, Jussie. We're gonna get to that in just a minute. Mahogany Draws. Dean Krantz, who's been a member for 1 year, 17 months, and is a warrior of Asgard. Thank you so much, my friend. Says the only good D&D movie I have seen is Knights of Badassadom. Everything else was crap, and the sequels were crap.
Well said.
Yeah, Abby's going golfing on the Last of Us television show. Just wait. She's going to go golfing.
Yay.
Golfing, whatever you want to, yeah. You're going to get some pool boys. No. But everybody wanted. Mahogany Draws, yes, the famous French actor. Thank you guys so much for your member chats.
Louis B. Pasteur. He was the French guy that fixed the milk. We're a little bit off the rails this morning, but oh well.
So it's been almost a year since we talked about Jussie last. It's been almost a year.
The poor victim he was. My goodness.
But Jussie is going to appeal his conviction. So bias from the judge. Do you get this? Get this. You're gonna love this. So Jussie's lawyers are saying that the judge was biased because he wouldn't throw out the first case and just let him walk. So you're biased against our good friend Jussie because you wouldn't just walk away and let him walk away. So for anybody that doesn't remember, our good friend Jussie shot into the news because God, no one knew who the fuck he was before that. He was in what? He was an alien. He was an alien. Whatever.
Who the hell knows?
He was in the last Alien movie, and he was in what was it? It wasn't Boardwalk Empire. It was the other one. Whatever the fuck it was. The music one. The
music. Shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know it, but I know of it. So yeah. Because again, well, case in point. I mean, how often do
Empire
go Jussie? Empire.
Yeah,
there
Empire.
We go. That's
he was the kid that said nothing in Mighty Ducks. Nice, Chris Persia. Yeah, because they were like, "Oh my God, don't open your mouth." You know what? Never mind. Open your mouth. Bill Barkley, still looking. I found the name of the Arnie TV series. It's called Fubar. It's a spy adventure thing coming to Netflix. Don't know when though. No, it's got to be better than the fucking True Lies that they absolutely ruined. So this guy said that at 3 a.m. he went to oh my God,
it was a
the sandwich
7-Eleven
shop
or something, wasn't it?
No, it was a sandwich shop.
Subway?
It was Subway. So he goes to
Okay.
Subway at 3 a.m. in the morning. It's like freezing, it's snowing, and he decides, I'm just going to go walking to Subway. He doesn't call Uber Eats or any shit like that. He fucking decides, this guy with all this money decides he's going to go walking like a mile and a half at 3 a.m. in freezing weather while it's snowing to go and get Subway.
See, that's a Keanu Reeves thing. That's not a Jussie thing.
And two guys come out of nowhere with "Make America Great Again" hats on and are like, "This is MAGA country, motherfucker," in Detroit, mind you, at 3 a.m. when it's snowing like mad and it's freezing. This guy claims that this happened. So they roll back the tape. They do a whole bunch of investigation. The police are like, "Oh my God." And when the police show up, he's got a noose around his neck that he just tied around his neck, and he's like pouring bleach on himself. And they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, this happened while I was out there." They're like, "What? We clearly, as soon as we walked in, we saw you." He goes, "No, this happened out there. You were mistaken."
Yeah, they tried to lynch me.
Pretty much. So all of it was BS. Apparently, he got 150 days in jail, 30 days of probation. He was fined $25,000 and ordered to repay the city of Chicago $120,000 that they spent investigating his bullshit. So after 7 days, he didn't get the offers he wanted when he got into Gen Pop. They were too aggressive, and they wanted to quote, take his cherry, unquote. So he wanted out. And after 7 days, he was released after his legal team told the court that he was going to appeal his conviction, which is dumb. Yeah. Very, very, very dumb.
And he was all butthurt because he wasn't getting the offers he wanted when it was all said and done. I mean, case in point again, it would be like, yeah, this guy Jussie wants to star in our TV show. It's like, who the fuck
it was Chicago.
That?
It was Chicago. I said Detroit. My bad.
That's right.
It's Chicago. Yeah. Chicago. middle of Chicago. This is MAGA country. Sure. Because there are roving bands of white people wearing MAGA hats in Chicago. I've been there. I've seen it. Roving bands of white people running around to this day in red hats saying, this is MAGA country.
Yeah. We'll find a way to make America great again.
They're trying to noose, tie the nooses up and take advantage of women left and right. They're just out there saying this is MAGA country, ready to grab chicks by the poo-ha. I almost said it. Grab them by the poo-ha and grab a rope.
I'm proud of you. Way to censor yourself. I didn't think you had it in you.
So this is Valhalla country. If you're one of Mike's single MILFs, this is Mexican this is Mim MILF Manor window country. Yes.
Oh my.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mim's got bitches he hasn't even looked at yet. Not saying the females out there are bitches. Oh my God, I'm gonna get canceled now. Shit.
Yeah, don't piss Mike off. Just stick to the Mim MILFs.
Oh, yes.
The Mim MILFs. Yes, the Mim MILFs in the manor. Thank you, Mahogany Draws, for that $5 super chat. And thank you all for your member chats. Mahogany Draws, Dean Krantz, Ironcaster, Cardinal Sin. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And this one is just for you guys. We're going to throw you $1. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Yeah, and we're going to get to that here in just a minute, that those two good old MAGA boys were Nigerian immigrants that knew Jussie and had intimate contact with Jussie. And
oh God, they were playing a little pitch and catch.
Wow. So it's really funny how that happens. That just happens to be the truth. But I mean, he's going to get off, right? Because they're two Nigerians. So he's going to get off. In more ways than one, he got off.
In more ways than one. Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but I know we were all thinking it. God, we're so immature.
And that's the worst. Porg, that is the worst. I mean, they're everywhere. You go to Nigeria and it's nothing but a sea of red hats that say MAGA on it. It's crazy. It's crazy. They're everywhere. And they constantly want to grab women by the poo-ha. It's like, it's fucking crazy. They just come here and they grab them by the poo-ha. Get over here.
Get over here. And in it goes. Oh my God. Would they actually do that? Would that be a thing? Like if you go wandering down the streets down there, are you actually going to see that?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. It's unbelievable that he knew the two people, and they weren't, white guys, I guess, because it was so dark and it was snowing. He had a mistake, but apparently they threw him on the ground and tied a noose around his neck and poured bleach all over him and said,
this is white country.
This is MAGA country. Then just disappeared.
Yeah,
crazy.
Just vaporized in midair, like they dropped the ninja smoke bomb and poof, they were out. Of course they ask him all these questions, and he's standing there with like the noose around his neck, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm wearing the evidence. You're supposed to believe me. Can I have a job, please?"
So what you're saying is they using a bowling ball grip on women? Oh yeah. They just grab them by the poo-ha and come here, get over here.
They were sampling that French Canadian poutine the way we like it up here, with little bits of cheese. And
oh my God, this cheddar, this Red Fox is so good. I just love this Red Fox cheddar, straight from Britain, guys. Oh my God. Someone the other day was like, America don't have cheese. And they were like at the shopping mart. And I was like, bitch, please. There's an entire fucking section at Sam's that is dedicated to nothing but cheeses.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
start with me. It's like a cheese fucking factory in there. So don't get me started. You Americans don't have cheese. You can't buy cheese. You don't have variety, bitch. We've got everything from everywhere. So don't
America
start.
doesn't have cheese. Has anyone ever been to fucking Wisconsin? God damn. If you eat anything processed up there, I think they'd probably pitchfork you to death.
Yeah, going out. If he'd been going out to get fucked, maybe, but not Subway, not at 3 a.m., not in the middle of a blizzard. No. It's like, dude, really? It was like, well, we're going to go through this anyway. So there's more evidence. He apparently texted the two Nigerians, and he was like, I don't know them, but he texted them, and apparently he paid them. He paid them both money. Tillamook's some good shit too. Cheese factory in Oregon. Yes, Tillamook's good too. So you got cheese in Oregon, you got cheese in Vermont.
God, I'm getting a strange craving.
So, I have a specialty cheese factory right around the corner from me. They ship their stuff everywhere. Yeah, the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip is used by the MAGA gangs to grab poussoir. Yes. Yes, they just come here, get over here.
Grab, squirt, thanks you, come again.
Some fart. Some of them fart. I believe that is called queefing.
Yes.
Marketing draws. That's that new language and that new lingo the hip kids are using today. Old Town smelled like cow. Smelled like cow shit. I wonder why. Because all the dairy cows in that bitch are all making cheddar. Hide your poussoir is more like it. Don't let him know he can grab you by the poussoir. Shit.
God.
Never. Punani. Oh my God. I remember a friend of ours was like, what's punani? And so, well, give me a minute and I'll explain it. Oh my God. What does punani mean? Oh, okay.
It's just somebody Google it.
It's what Jussie doesn't like, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Jussie's that kid at that table. You serve him up a fucking fine piece of poussoir. He's like, nope. What do you mean, nope?
No, I've got a craving for something saltier than that. Oh my God.
Bring me sausage.
Bring me all the kielbasa, all the sausage, all of the brats, and I will show you how to take it like a champ, like I did back with the kid in camp.
Oh, God, no. Oh, my God, no. Is it a type of cuisine? Heavens forbid. Jesus.
This is a French cuisine from the Isles.
French cuisine. It's gonna be all victimhood, and it's gonna be boo-hoo me.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much the road he was paving for himself back when this was all coming to first light. And everybody was looking at it going, huh? Are you serious?
So they're accusing the judge of not allowing them to perform its part of a non-prosecution agreement, depriving the defendant of a jury of his peers by allowing the prosecution to strike all but one African-American juror and one gay juror. So it should have been all black, an entire black jury, an entire gay jury. Holy shit, what that would have been like? An entire jury of Jussies. Wow.
Well, you see, I don't think you could. Again,
he was improperly denied the defense motion for substitution of judge because of his explicit biases towards Mr. Smollet, because he wouldn't let him off. He wouldn't let him just go.
Well, I mean, really, if you want to get yourself a hung jury, hung. Oh God, the innuendo is coming out of our mouth today. Coming out of our mouth. Okay, but no, I mean, that's a hung jury right there. Because I mean, really, if you want to do nothing but get the type of people you want on your jury, I believe that is being a little bit biased. In a full legal procedure, you can't do that.
Punani, a very diverse cuisine, DJ Ronna G. I know it comes in all kinds of sites and flavors.
Yes. And I recommend cleansing your palate with a little light spritzer beforehand. That'll really help bring the flavors together when they start to melt in your mouth.
And if
Mm.
Arwen Avalon's still out there, Machini draws with
Oh,
$2 super chat.
she's hunting sausage now, I
Says,
guarantee it.
unlike Arwen, Juicy Sausage is only Nigerian.
Yeah, man. Like I heard that guy on the radio. I know that was Jamaican, but they jerk the chicken. What the fuck are we talking about today?
We're talking about Jussie Smollet.
Oh god.
So the one of the arguments is, from the very start of the circuit court's order granting the appointment of a special prosecutor, Judge Tunzi's explicitly, unequivocally, and oh my God, improperly set forth an opinion that Mr. Smollett was in fact Black and gay. I love how that's been like every fucking headline. Mr. Smollett, who is in fact Black and gay. Mr. Smollett, Juicy, our good friend Juicy, who's Black and gay, was in fact guilty. Guilty. The judge thought he was guilty.
Yeah, I do remember that was the whole defense mechanism. Back when this was all started. I mean, I believe you and I stated this several times. It's like, oh well, Juicy should, this happened and this happened and this happened, but the whole defense mechanism was, but he's Black and gay.
So apparently, the judge, Judge Tunzi, also said inappropriate comments which implicated the defendant's due process right to a fair trial. For instance, the defense attempted to cross-examine Detective Baez on implicit homophobic statements made by the fellow detective in his presence during an interrogation. Specifically, the offending detective had described Mr. Smollett as having a pretty face. I'm sorry, I can keep it up.
God.
I'm sorry. You got a pretty mouth, boy.
If you think my face is pretty, you're gonna think it's beautiful when my mouth is open.
The trial court was dismissive of this line of questioning when it declared in front of the jury, and after an objection that he can only answer, did he say that? Say what? Did he say it? I totally
say what?
That is the court's reverse the trial court and grant him a new trial with a new trial judge and a panel of Black and gay juries.
Are we gonna get canceled for our whole misrepresentation of this legal proceeding?
Oh my God. I hope so.
All right, I better save up myself some cancellation money. I got a question. I'm curious. You are killing me. I have not laughed this hard in weeks. You know what? I don't think I have either. Juicy needs to go on tour and explain this to a crowd and finish with, I am not suicidal.
Oh my God.
Yes, Adega, I am having suspicious amounts of fun.
He feels pretty.
Oh, so pretty. Chipper, witty, and Black. Yes,
that's right.
We have to update the song for modern times. No, I was just legitimate question. I'm curious if Mr. Peter Whalen would like to make an appeal for the state witness defense.
Oh, for the defense. Why would he be on his side?
Well, we got to be unbiased, right? That's the whole procedure that we have to go through.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you would like to work with the plaintiff, go right ahead. And apparently Loki has just canceled himself. Oh my. I think he must have hit the wrong button. Oh my God. Are we still live? It says live.
Yes. Yeah. Hello there. Hello, everyone. It is I, Peter Whalen, and I have come to tell you about my good friend, Juicy. Yes, Juicy. What a guy. What an absolutely great guy, Juicy.
So
He's all juiced up, ladies and gentlemen. When he got caught lying to everyone, he was so juiced up, he was jittering like that bastard Mexican Iron Man when the husband comes home. Yes. Yes, ready to jump out of a window, Mikey. Yes, that's what you do. Jussie was so juiced that he couldn't stop shaking. Yes, that's it. I smell spotted dick. It's coming from Jussie Smollet. Yes.
I do believe I may have had a bit too much rum. So if I may offer my little brief bit of opinion, my 2 shillings worth, I must say, I am quite digging your accent, and how the hell are you doing that without a single drop of rum in your system?
Because I'm Peter Whalen, and if you're hearing this, I'm long dead. Yes.
Yes, but he's still very much alive, just like I escaped that island back then with those sea turtles.
Well, you see, I'm sending a message back in time because I'm from the future. So I'm not even born yet, but I have to send a message back through time. Yes.
You're not making any sense, love.
Uh-huh. Where's my spotted dick?
Could you? Apparently, I'm still a bit too seasick. Would you mind telling me what the spotted dick is? Or am I going to?
That's why the spotted dick is what got Jussie Smollett out of jail.
Spotted dick, is that some sort of disease?
Ah, yes, the dog. He's my dog. Yes.
You have a dog now.
That's my dog. Yes, El Perro.
I remember hearing the name El Perro several times. That dog, is he the one responsible for my rum always being gone?
No, that's Puff.
Puff. Is he some type of magic dragon out there? Some sea monsters.
Yes.
I do believe I'm on to you now, Savvy.
Yes, Snowdub. That is why El Perro's always in such a bad mood. He doesn't get fed anything but spotted dick. Yes.
Is that why he's always a bitch? No, don't break character now, Mr. Whalen. You must keep it going. Apparently, I am not had enough to drink. Hold on. Let me refill the glass here. Take what you can. Give nothing back. Magic is pushing it. More like special dragon. I've seen many of those in my day. I seem to be losing what little Jack Sparrow accent I had, and we are turning into possibly just one straight up semi-fluid British person. Flaccid as well as fluid. I've really got to say I have no idea where the hell this show has gone this morning, but I certainly all would like to think you've enjoyed it, because apparently he's back. All right, so basically, to summarize, what the hell just happened there? My God.
I think you guys were talking about El Perro and the fact that he's a virgin, and apparently he's Peter Whalen's dog.
Apparently,
which makes sense because Mike was jumping out of Peter's window, and the reason why Puff or El Perro hates Mike apparently is that he saw Mike bang his owner, and so who knows? Mike Roach has a rainbow spotted. Yeah. Oh wow.
Wow. How do you know these things?
Coming soon to a theater near you, Jussie Smollett to star in Butt Pirate the Avenger. He is not the hero he wanted, but he is all we got.
Sometimes that's all we need. You never know what you need until someone tells you what you need. Oh my.
Well, we'll keep an eye on Jussie. If we have any big updates, we'll update you guys, because I mean, if I'm going to talk about Jussie, I'm going to do it with Zero, because the insanity that just happened.
Yeah. Something tells me I'm going to have to make a Jack Sparrow avatar and probably work on my accent a little bit. But yeah, I just want to thank you all for putting up with us this morning. It's always great having you along for the ride. You're kind of what fuels our fandom most of the time.
Guys, we will be back We will be back tomorrow morning for Taco Tuesday. I have no idea if Mike's going to be there or not. I think he is, but I don't know. He might not. He might be still spending time with the Mexican Iron Kid, and that's totally cool. We'll figure it out. The ship will be named the Poop Deck. Yeah, I can see that.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. But
Well
yeah,
said.
we're out of here, guys. So take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak Brenda Anner. We'll see you guys in the next Morning of Mischief. Have a great day, everyone.
Peace.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.